Hi, today I've got a two-part video for you, and this is going to be a few hints on pick-me-ups that you can do to help center yourself and get your energy flowing if you're feeling depleted. And the first one I want to talk about is called emotional freedom technique, um, often referred to as abbreviated as EFT. And you can find a good deal of information on this online. There are YouTube videos and so on. You'll find that there are some different variations on it, and you might want to check that out and experiment and see what works best for you. I came to emotional freedom technique rather late in my spiritual practice, so I already had ways of emotional um, release and balancing and working with trauma through meditation and yoga and so on. So I've never particularly used EFT with the affirmations and the whole system of emotional release and trauma therapy and so on. But there are people doing some amazing work with this. Um, some practitioners working with traumatized war veterans are having very good results. So you may want to explore that side of things. I find the affirmation system rather awkward. So I'm going to leave that out today. And what I use it for is just as a pick me up, working with the meridians and the energy centers in the body. This is based on acupuncture or acupressure points, and I think you'll find that it's a very good way to pick yourself up if you feel your energy is lagging or you're getting off centered. But it can also be a good thing to do first thing as you get up, or even before you get up, just laying in the bed, you can do this. Or again, um, as you're going to bed, it'll help you get a more restful, balanced sleep. So anytime you're dealing with um, energy work with your hands, everybody will recommend rubbing your palms together, whether you're doing Reiki or energy medicine or massage therapy or whatever. Getting the energy flowing through the hands this way is a very common recommendation. Montauk Chia adds something to that which I like, and he will take and clap the hands like this and then rub them together. And you can repeat that several times. And then just open up your palms and put them out like this. And feel the energy flow in the palms of your hands. This in itself can be a very nice pick-me-up. But now we're going to add to that as part of the EFT technique is taking and tapping the karate chop point on each hand. And that again helps get the energy going into the hands. The first spot is the crown, and many systems will just show that you simply tap with one hand here on your crown. Donna Eden talks about balancing the two hemispheres of the brain and the um, polarities of the body by alternating um, this kind of thing. So she will take and tap in this rhythmic alternating method on the crown. And the next point in most theories is a couple of fingers here, and you can go this way or this way. But again, I like to do Donna Eden's method of the rhythmic alternating tapping. And you may want to look up some of Donna Eden's stuff. She's known for her energy medicine work. She's been a pioneer in the field, and she's written a number of books, but she also has a lot of YouTube videos and other online information that you can look at. I like to add the third eye point here behind or in front of the pituitary. And I also like to add the two temples. And in most series, and again, there are some variations on it, underneath the eye sockets, the depression below is the next point. And then the depression below your nose and above your lips, and the depression below your lower lip. Another thing you can add here is tapping behind your ears at the base of the skull, those little knobs there. The vagus nerve comes out there, and that's an important nerve system that we will talk about, linked to the parasympathetic nervous system. And it's important to have good vagal tone in order to have good health. And so by tapping those points, and you can do it as part of your EFT series, or just do this simply on your own. You can do this most anywhere. And this alone can really have a very nice effect. Again, the next point in the series is below the collarbones. There are a couple little depressions there. And as you do this, you may find that you have a little sensitivity, a little bit of pain in that area. And if you do, it's all the more reason to be doing this. With practice, you'll find that sensitivity goes away. And another point, and some people will do this both points at once, but I like to do them one at a time. And again, just below your scapula here, under the armpit, there's another little depression that could be sensitive, a little bit painful when you tap it. And it was for me when I first started doing EFT, but I've done it long enough now that it no longer is. And then we've already done some meditations where we started with the thymus thump with the open palm over the thymus gland here behind the breastbone. And the idea is that we want to activate the thymus gland. And so we want to use enough of a pressure so that we're setting up a little vibration. But we don't want to do a Tarzan or a gorilla real pounding so that we shut the thymus gland down. We want to gently open it up and activate it. So you can do the open palm, but you can also do the alternating fingertips like this, tapping this way, or even with your curled fingers this way with your fist. So you might experiment with that. The next one is a couple inches below the nipples is a depression. And you can just tap both sides this way. And if you're a woman, you may find you need to hold yourself up and tap with the other hand. So this is the basic EFT series. I like to add the solar plexus here, just below the rib cage, and also just below the navel at the hara point. And the hara in martial arts and qigong, tai chi, and so on, is the power point from which martial artists move. Everything is kept in balance and pivots and rotates around the hara. And that's how they keep their balance. That's how they're able to stretch from that point, and that's where they get their power from. So keeping your own good, your own hara in good active mode and moving so that you're staying balanced in that way can be a very helpful thing. Okay, so this is part one. We'll go on to part two.